Welcome back to the Packchat, our student voice opinion segment. I'm your host, Millie Suarez, joined by co-hosts Austin McAborski, Molly Pinkerton, and guest Kason Johnston as we discuss this week's most trending topics. Let's get started. First up, stand-up comedian Bill Maher argues with Neil deGrasse Tyson on why he doesn't perform on college campuses. He says there are, quote, too woke. He then proceeded to tell Tyson that Generation Z is nuts and insane with other outlandish vocabulary. He mentions how he will not change the material of his content for the satisfaction of college students. So, do y'all think jokes that can be seen as offensive are funny? And are people being too sensitive?
I think it depends on the audience.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely depends on who's being asked the joke.
Yeah, I would agree. If you're a comedian, you should preach to a target audience, and if you know they're not a part of that demographic, then
Okay, but if you're a comedian, I don't think that applies to you because that's your job.
Yeah, that's your
You're
job, so
supposed
I
to
feel
be
like,
like that.
yeah.
Your job is to be funny,
well,
and
true,
yeah.
but
And most
some-
people find like controversial stuff like that funny.
Exactly, it's fun.
Yeah, like Dave
other
Chappelle, as an example, he's like a more known,
You should
like
treat it-
controversial,
yeah.
like stand-up comedian, and people think he's hilarious. But maybe like he just doesn't want to perform at college campuses because he's like, maybe he's just like not funny or
Maybe he's
something.
just
Because I've
sick
never
of
heard of that
college
guy.
I would say treat it as like you came to a comedy show. He's a comedian. He's paid to do this. This is his job.
Yeah.
To be funny.
yeah, you shouldn't be taking jokes seriously.
Yeah, that's like
Especially, yeah.
like people know like stand-up comedian like
Exactly.
I feel like that's like a realm where like all jokes like I think they can like get a pass because like that's like a joke.
Yeah, if
Like,
you're at a
it's, like,
comedy
not
show and if you're
like-
feeling offended in any way after going to a comedy show, like why are you there?
Yeah.
I feel like
real.
every comedy show is like exactly like that too. That's the thing. Like every comedy show is like, oh,
Yeah.
like
As
is
long
this,
as you
can I
treat
say
it, yeah.
this?
As
Yeah,
long
maybe
as
he
you
just
treat it
doesn't
as
want to
like-
go because he's just like he knows he's not funny.
Yeah.
Like he's just not getting the laughs. I don't know. Okay, next a TikToker known as Kelsey Russell is trying to ignite the journalism light in Gen Z. Russell makes quick and easy 10-minute TikToks showing teens the news and why it's important to know about things happening all around the world.
Not these hospitals just making money from firing these nurses. It's honestly so messy, but my name is Kelsey. I read different forms of print media, and today I have a new magazine that I think is going to be my favorite magazine, Mother Jones. Oh my God. Oh my God.
She reads full newspaper articles to her viewers in such an engaging way her followers cannot get enough. So do y'all think this generation should be more involved in like the news and stuff?
I feel like yes, because we are the news for our school.
For real.
So I feel like everyone should pay attention to the news more, and it's like so informational. But like, there's so many other sources that so many people get their news from now. It's like you don't know like what's true, what's false.
Do you
and
read the
all this.
newspaper?
No.
Okay, well,
there you
newspaper
go.
is a little old-timey, but what we do, the Wolfcast, I feel like if more people watch, more people will be informed. So I think Kelsey Russell, like her showing the newspaper is just like showing like a lot of other outlets that could be used
I like
besides
that
like TikTok,
idea.
Twitter, you know.
But
feel
is she
like-
like?
yeah.
Sorry, is she still like in credit though? Like, does she like still like? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
does
she pulls out a paper
She's getting
newspaper
credit.
and
Is she getting credit?
Oh,
No,
for
giving
what?
credit. Is she
Giving
giving credit to the writers?
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she is. She literally like she goes on her phone. She like talks about the like newspaper she reads. She reads magazines
Like
as
the
well.
authors and
Yeah, I would assume so. She
Authors.
like she like
Not
shows the
authors.
newspaper, and like she like highlights stuff. She like annotates it. She like really like says all her thoughts about it. And I would assume she would give credit. Like she shows the whole newspaper, you know.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to show the news in a different way. It's
Yeah.
more engaging.
yeah.
Okay. And finally, the author of a Cosmopolitan article wrote about how she'd much rather get broken up with over text. She says how it would be much easier than to compose yourself face to face with someone. She mentions that there is no good way to break up with someone, even though a breakup message through text is most frowned upon. So how would y'all break the news to a significant other?
Well, I think really any significant or important information should be shared face to face. I don't think you can really give anything that's like that through text and have it be meaningful. Any meaningful information.
How do you
And
feel
I
about that,
know-
Molly?
I personally, I feel like over text isn't that bad because
Cancel.
me personally, like I don't like crunch.
You don't like looking people in the eyes
No,
and be
like,
like,
I
hey,
just, like-
She doesn't like
it's not a thing no
confrontation.
more.
Yes, I don't
confrontation.
like that, and it just like I don't know. I just
I feel
like can't do
everyone
that.
should
so
build their
scary?
character.
Like it would make me too vulnerable. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Is it
I
an
don't
eye
like
contact
being
thing, or-
vulnerable. No, like it's not an
I
eye
mean,
contact.
I
thing.
could
just
see where
don't
I
like
could see where
talking.
you're coming from, but me personally, I just wouldn't break up with somebody. I would like.
You can't.
If-
No, but
okay,
okay,
but
but
like,
if you got
wait,
broken up with,
Okay, but listen, this is if
What
I
would you
wanted
would
to.
you rather be broken up over text or face to face?
I would,
See, that's a good question.
I would
I would be
rather
okay. I would
That's what you
actually
gotta
rather
think
be
about.
broken up with face to face.
Really?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't break up with somebody. If I wanted to break up with somebody, I would do things to make them break up with me. I would.
Are you trying
because
to
I
end the
wouldn't-
relationship, or are you just
Well,
like
I don't.
you're doing the opposite of a sign?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't break up with somebody though. I would let them break up with me. But it would have to be face to face because that's just better.
just
Because if it
don't
was
like
over text, I'd be like, wow,
relationships.
you really didn't care about me.
I just feel
huh?
like it's harder for people to handle over face to face, but yeah.
All right, and that's all for today. But remember, T-Wolf Pack, there's always time to chat. We'll be right back after this break.